layers really are your friends. And yes, as you embrace skiing and you like it, you'll acquire things over the year. But at the beginning, a good pair of socks to wear, long underwear. Everything else, just put layers on that you currently have at home.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So then, these are Jacob's snow pants that are very loved from recess this week.
Good. So these are multi-purpose. You don't have like special snow pants just for skiing.
No. You do want, when you're just beginning, whatever snow pants you have are fine. Having said that, now that we regularly ski, at the end of each season, I do buy super cheap stuff at Walmart on the sales rack, and that's what goes to recess. Because those, usually the cheaper ones get wet more easily and that kind of stuff, and my kids are hard on them on recess. And then their ski ones just usually are better quality so they can stay out longer.
Gotcha.
So on your hands, you want waterproof gloves.
How do you know if they're waterproof?
It will usually say that.
Okay.
And clearly it's just that waterproof outside. These are great for recess as well. You can usually find these on sale. Walmart, Meijer, Costco has a great deal on them right now. A little trick we have, which is not on this pair yet because these are new for this year, nail polish or a little puffy marker in a little discreet spot anywhere, and just put your last initial on it or your kid's first name initial on it. Everyone wears black gloves, and your kids will go in for hot chocolate and they will get left. So
yeah, well, and that would be smart for school too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
So it's just a little tip we've learned over the years. So the stuff you actually do want to get for your first time skiing might be a decent pair of socks, long underwear, waterproof gloves. You probably already have the waterproof gloves if you live in Michigan, but just in case.
And if they get wet while we're skiing, how do we dry those gloves off?
Well, especially if you're gonna ski more than one day, your stuff will probably be wet. A lot of it you can just throw in the dryer. I was telling Melody, the little trick with gloves, it's really hard to get the inside dry. Like your dryer won't get the inside dry. We have something my engineer husband kind of created, but you can kind of, it's a glove dryer that actually gets it in. But if you put it over a vent, just kind of stand them up, put them over a vent in your hotel room or the place that you're renting, or if you come home and you ski the second day, just make sure that you kind of aim them with it open over a vent. It needs to get air up in them. The worst thing you can do is have kind of slightly damp gloves to start out the day.
Yeah, that would be no fun. It sounds like skiing itself is a lot of fun, but you just have to have the gear to keep yourself warm and dry.
Yes, and you don't have to know everything or be prepared for everything your first time. You just need the basics, which Mel and I will list out for you.
Perfect.
Kind of, this is my first layer.
Okay.
Nice and soft, and it's very lightweight, not cotton. And then I might put on, depending on how warm and cold it is on, then I'm gonna put more of a ski shirt on. This is warmer than it looks.
Okay.
And then I might put on a fleece, or honestly I've done a sweatshirt sometimes, as long as it's not the cotton layer is touching you.
Okay.
These are things I have gotten through the years. These nano puffs are great because they're so thin,
right,
but hold so much warmth. So these are the types of things I will wear under my ski coat. So I do the little nice cuddle dud, and then I do full long underwear, just like my kids. I have a little bit nicer, but you can easily get them at Costco, Walmart, Meijer, but you wanna wear that, and then some other type of layer, sweatshirt or fleece, those types of things. I do a nano puff, and those all go under your coat. And then as you're skiing, you can kind of decide, it's warm today, I can take a layer off, or oh, sometimes I bundle up so much, I'm a little, like I have so many layers, but if you're warm enough, then you can keep skiing. So there's something called a balaclava. I know it's a weird name.
Yeah.
So this is mine. My kids each have them. They're shoved in their helmet.
Balaclava.
So this is what and I might not even be saying it right. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
So this is what I wear underneath my helmet. And so this is kind of one of those turtle neck up things, and it's connected to my balaclava. Some balaclavas are just this material. This kind of gives you complete coverage, and then I have my helmet. When it's super cold, cold out, I have this on, my helmet, and my goggles, and almost nothing is exposed.
Okay.
So this is not necessary for your first time.
It's cute.
I don't want to overwhelm you. Well, yeah, I tried to be cute. I have all boys. I got to do pink. So this is not necessary for your first time, but it is a nice perk, and you can get them really inexpensive. My kids wear their balaclavas sledding all the time just because it's so much warmer. So this is, if you hear the term and people are talking, this would be a common thing that skiers have.
Would you put that in your cinch sack?
I would definitely, oh my gosh, that is always in their cinch sack. In fact, that's what I'm yelling at them about all the time. This is this is a neck up. So this is definitely something, if you're not gonna do a balaclava, you'll wanna do a neck up. This would just, it's exactly what it is. You just put it over your head. It goes up, and then you can either just cover your neck or you can pull it up all the way over your nose.
Okay.
So this is definitely, this goes such a long way, and these are not expensive. So each of my kids have a balaclava. They have a little neck up thing. These are huge.
Do you have goggles? Like, are those required for first timers?
Absolutely not. So you definitely want your helmet, good ski socks, long underwear, waterproof gloves. Those are your basics for the first time. These are just kind of perks and extras that will help you enjoy your skiing experience if you continue. So balaclava, a neck up, some nicer layers, things like that. Another little trick that I have, not that your kids care, but as a mom, I do. So I wear a cute little ski hat to the ski hill, and then this goes in my cinch bag because I'm wearing a helmet skiing. And so when I go in for lunch, I take my helmet off and put it in my cinch bag in the locker.
So
then I have a cute little hat to put on during lunch.
Completely.
So a lot of times we'll go in for lunch and your kids are tired, you're hungry. Those cinch bags are really great because you switch your stuff out, everyone gets their cinch bag, you shove your stuff in it, and then you de-layer, put your cute little hat on for the mom, and you go up for lunch.
Do you keep your ski boots on for lunch? I know that sounds really weird.
Different people do different things. It depends on the day. So your ski boots, I'm not gonna lie, are gonna be uncomfortable. Even at the beginning of the season, it takes me a little bit to get used to it. But sometimes it's easier to not get out of them so you don't have to get back in
Right.
them.
It's a production to just put them on.
It can be, but it depends. It's harder to walk. So that's kind of personal preference. It depends on if I have to do stairs.
Okay.
So some days I take them off, but honestly, most days it's worth it to walk a little funny for me than take it off, because taking them on and off are a little bit more challenging. Ski boots aren't hard to put on, but after you've been skiing and your feet might be a little sore, it's kind of the idea of taking them off and putting them back on a little.
Gotcha.
So
question about lunch. Like, if you're skiing and your kids are in different places than you, do you all wear watches and say, let's meet back for this time? Or is it hard to find your family on the ski hill?
It's not. So usually at every chairlift, there is a clock, which is very helpful. And then also if they're with ski instructors, they know there's usually a pickup time for them. So no, that's usually what we do. We kind of have a rule at our house that you can't ever ski alone. So our little guy usually skis with an adult, and then my older two, we do let ski. We let them go off, but they're together. And so, yeah, we usually choose a time and a spot to meet, because then you have to kind of take your stuff off and then go into the cafeteria.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And a little trick that we do, because we ski so much and eat at the ski place a lot, and a lot of people will bring their lunch. You'll see people bring crock pots and kind of plug them in one of the side rooms. We don't do that, but what I do is I tell my kids that they can have at least one thing in the cafeteria. If we're only there for a day, I let them buy lunch, but if we're there like Christmas week, we'll be there all week. So they know that we will pack in their cinch bag part of their lunch. So do you want pizza or chicken tenders that day? Then we will pack kind of your side dishes, like your snacks and your apple and stuff like that. If you want French fries, I'll pack you a peanut butter sandwich and you can order your French fries and stuff. So that they still can have the fun of getting the cafeteria food, but if you've been paying for ski lessons and
it can all add up.
It can add up. So there are easy ways to make it very doable. And I'll just buy snacks that they like. So